CustomTacticals.com here, and today I'm reviewing an old standby knife for a lot of people, and this is the Gerber Yari 2. This one is the Tonto version, shown here in its sheath. Very cool sheath. One of the reasons I bought this knife was because I was looking for a good value knife in the sort of the $60 range, which is the retail in this price is actually $130, I believe, but they usually sell for about $60 online new. So I was looking for a knife I could mount on my molly webbing here, on a tactical vest or on a pack of some sort. And so I came across the Gerber Yari. I'm not usually a fixed blade guy. I'm more of a folders guy. I just find more use in carrying folders, generally speaking, but I decided I need to get some fixed blades into my collection and for use, not so much for collecting. So I stumbled upon this guy. Noticed there was quite a few favorable reviews on it by other guys, and I figured since I picked it up, I'd do my own. So this one here, the sheath has it's one of the Gerber sheaths here. It has these little locking things here, so it allows you to lock it both this way and that way for a left or right hand carry, which is pretty nice. This piece here actually comes off if you don't want it. I elected to use it since I'm going to be mounting it onto a tactical vest, so that way I get better connection. This sheath is actually pretty cool. You can remove it and just use it. This back part comes off, and you can just mount it on your waist with another attachment that it comes with, or you can use both the malice clips and molly webbing attachments here. You can attach just the top or just the bottom if you want. Very generous of Gerber to provide all this. I mean, I guess generous at $60, not as generous at $130. So I guess I'm doing this review as a $60 knife right here. So a few features here I'll go over. This is a USA made knife, made in Portland. Is it Portland? Yeah, Portland, Oregon, USA. Let me zoom up here so you can take a little better look here. The marking there, Portland, Oregon, USA. It's a little faint, but you can probably just make it out. Actually, there we go here. Portland, Oregon, USA. Put it on macro mode here. On the other side has the Gerber and S30V. So part of the reason I bought this is because it was one of the cheapest S30V fixed blades on the market at this size. This is a 4.5 inch blade, the Tonto. It's also available in a slight recurve. I think they call it a drop point. It's actually maybe not really a recurve, but it's a more traditional drop point blade. Aluminum handles with this deep grooving here. As you can see from the close-ups here, there's a bit of scuffing here on the blades and the finish. The finish on this blade wasn't 100%. It was brand new when I got it, but not 100%. I'm taking a look at a few others. Little tiny nicks on the aluminum, like little tiny ones here, and surround the circle here, and then maybe a couple around here, and where the screws go in. Otherwise, I mean, there's a lot of what appears to be scuffing on the surface of the black coated blade here, and the printing is a little bit rough, not the most finest printing I've seen. And it looks like it's just laser etched, not stamped or anything like that. Zoom out. But I mean, given that it's a $60 knife right now, I think it's a very good value. Knife fits really nice in the hand. It's good for smaller hands. I think if you're a big-handed guy, you might find it a little bit tough to use. Nice jimping here along the top. and on the bottom here. So the grooves on the knife are probably made to prevent slippage forward more so than retention. But they are pretty deep grooves. They definitely prevent your hand from sliding forwards along the knife. It's only available partially serrated, so you can't get a plain edge version of this, at least not to my knowledge. Little lanyard holding the back. You can throw in your favorite lanyard. Screw construction, so you can quite easily just take apart this knife. But overall, this is just a super solid knife. I know the aluminum handles can get a little slippery if you're dealing with an oily hand. If you're dealing with some fats or things like that, if you're cutting meat, it can get slippery. The aluminum doesn't do so good with the oils, like G10 or micarta would. They tend to absorb the fats, and you might have like a funky smelling knife afterwards. So that's one nice thing about aluminum; it won't absorb all that stuff, but it does mean that you may end up with a slightly slippery knife. Overall, a very good knife, very nice sheath, $60. You can't go wrong with this guy. Hope you guys enjoy the review. Have a good one.